What's up everyone, this is ShoryuGame welcoming you to another KOF 15 trailer analysis. Today marks the first KOF 15 trailer for a totally brand new character. Although we have already seen her previously, this time we get to see what Isla, our new original character, can really do in terms of gameplay and have a more in-depth look at her awesome design and detailed animation. As is customary in KOF, the second game of each saga introduces the rival of the main hero. Aurea as Kyo's rival in 95, Kula as K-Dash's rival in 2000, Elizabeth as Ash's rival in 11, and now we have Isla in 15 as Shun'ei's rival. Her name means island in Spanish, so she could be from a Central or South American country, I'm not sure. We obviously still don't know much about her backstory, but it is clear that she has similar powers to Shun'ei's, with her two phantom hands constantly floating above her. That being said, Isla seems a lot more experienced and comfortable using the said powers, to the point that she doesn't even use her real hands when fighting and relies entirely on her phantom fists. The trailer begins with the introduction of a new stage, an old underground railway with graffiti on its walls. It is not impossible that they were made by Isla herself, as she seems to be some kind of graffiti artist, taking into consideration that she always carries spray cans that she hides in her pockets, but she doesn't hesitate in using them during her intro animation, when pose, and even her attacks, and that's why she has a mask too around her neck which she puts on when she uses them. Overall, I like Isla's design. It's very colorful for sure, but it's not as exaggerated and too much as Shun'ei's. Plus, she is into graffiti, and her design having a lot of colors makes sense. She is still easy on the eye. The theme playing during the trailer is worth mentioning too. It's quite unique with its hip-hop beat and fits perfectly the character that it's associated with. I wonder who are the rest of her teammates and what they look like. The trailer shows a special intro where Isla and Shun'ei are having a conversation. By the look of it, it seems she is really pissed at him for some reason, while he remains pretty calm. He then taunts her, and this is where the moves showcase starts. First, I'd like to point that the transitions are made differently this time. Previously, it was a fire animation that separates a sequence from another. Now it's made with paint sprayed on the screen. It's a neat little detail. Since Isla is a brand new character, it goes without saying that I'm not familiar with her moves, but I'll try analyzing each one of them and guessing what they really are and how they work. First, we have what looks like a far standing C, but what I find already curious is the insane range of this normal attack. It works almost like a mid-range projectile. Also, it seems that it hits pretty low, and I'm not sure if we have to block low to avoid it. Next is a far standing A, far standing B, crouch A, close standing D, jump A, jump B, close standing B, and it clearly hits low. Aurea has a similar normal attack by the way. Crouch B, a sweep where it's one of the rare moments where Isla uses her real hands to support herself. Jump C, far standing D, close standing C, crouch C acts as an anti-air, a cross-up attack with her jump B, also just like Aurea, and the throw where she holds Shun'ei with her floating hands and delivers 3 kicks to his stomach. After what looks like a wind pose, she performs her first special move where she dashes toward her opponent, attacks him with a kick, spins, then knocks him down with her phantom hand. The next move, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Either it's an area special move or a command normal, perhaps a forward B. I lean toward the latter. She then does a sliding kick attack that is similar to King's, maybe a crouch forward D, and a standing CD using her ghostly fists. But look at the range of this thing, it's pretty scary. Next is another area special move, a dive kick. I love how she uses her phantom hands to propel herself towards Shun'ei. The following attack also looks like an aerial move where again she uses her phantom hands, this time as a stepping stool to gain more height, and delivers a painful axe kick that looks like it acts as an overhead attack and causes a hard knockdown. Isla then performs the lighter version of the first special attack we saw. This time she doesn't end the attack with her fist. In the next move, she uses her spray can as a short-range projectile. She throws it upwards with her real hand for her ghostly wand to smack it right at Shun'ei's foot, where it explodes and damages him. This attack looks a lot like Oswald's queen, and I bet that the trajectory of the can will change depending on what button is used. After a jump CD, she executes another aerial technique with her phantom hands that pushes her toward the opponent and attacks him with a kick. Isla seems to have a DP where she grabs her floating hands and uses them to swing and spin in the air, hitting her target with her kick. Also, Chris has a similar DP, minus the purple hands of course. Isla executes her first special move again, with a subtle difference though. This time the second attack, the one with her phantom hand, doesn't cause a hard knockdown. Instead, it seems to target low. The following technique is not an attack, but it's a move that shows how much aerial control she has. She changes the direction of her jump at the last moment. It's perfect to make her moves hard to read and also bait some dragon punches. After her taunt, she switches Shun'ei for Benimaru to demonstrate her first super. She throws her phantom punches at him first, then alternates between kicking and punching him before sending him high up in the air. It appears that Isla can combo from this super and even follow it with her other super, even if it's not shown here. Next is a simple combo starting with a crouch B, standing A and special move, followed with another combo that begins with a far standing A, EX special move that causes a ground bounce and allows Isla to finish it with her DP. After that, she does a close standing D, forward B, and while she is airborne, executes an EX version of her dive kick that finishes with her sending Benimaru in the air and allowing to perform an EX DP that has an extra kick at the end. Next combo starts with a close C, forward B, EX dive kick again, and the level 2 version of her first super. The following chain begins with an EX special move causing a ground bounce, dragon punch, and while she's still in the air, executes her other super. She uses her phantom hands to push herself toward Benimaru like a missile and hits him with one single kick. This super can be done on the ground or in the air, and it also looks a lot like the one Orochi Shermi has. The last combo starts with an auto combo that ends with her climax super. She takes out her spray cans and uses them to stun Benimaru, then kicks and follows him in the air. While there, she prepares her ultimate dive kick by placing the cans under her shoes. Meanwhile, her phantom hands catch Benimaru before he hits the ground and starts raising him to her as she dives toward him at full speed. Apparently the attack doesn't have to be just painful, but also has to look cool. I also like how she uses those same hands to absorb the momentum of her landing and doesn't get hurt. And then the trailer ends with a final win pose. Now what did I think of all that, you may ask? Here's the thing, when I saw Isla in that other trailer, I didn't think much of her, to be honest. I thought she was alright and that's it, but now that I saw her gameplay, I gotta say, I love her a lot. I love that she is a better version of Shun'ei. I love how she can use his burst power so effortlessly. I love how she never attacks with her real hands and always keeps them in her pockets. I love that many of her attacks resemble those of different KOF characters but have their own flavor. There is a lot of neat details in her animation that are easy to miss when the video is playing at normal speed. It's clear that a lot of work went to her animation. I also love that her theme has vocals. It's not a first in KOF, but there isn't that many either. Now I'm really curious who is going to team up with. Someone in her team must be an old KOF character. It has to be. And I'd love to see how she's going to interact with them and the rest of the roster. Heck, I don't even know what her story is, but can't wait to discover it. That's it for now. I hope that was somewhat informative. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.